Hello respected viewers, this is George from Ireland, and here I am across the street from 60 Holborn Court, London. Sorry about the shade, but this is the only place I can stand. It's reasonably quiet, and indeed where you can see the whole building. So this is where Princess Diana lived leading up to her engagement, and she lived on the top floor on my left-hand side. That's this side of the picture. Her parents bought her this as a birthday present. Then when she was 19, she became engaged to Prince Charles. She moved out of there into Buckingham Palace, not to cohabit with the Prince of Wales, but to simply be under the tutelage of the Queen to prepare for marriage. So 20 years after Princess Diana's demise, it's time to assess her legacy. It's high time that she was decanonized. No, she wasn't a wicked person, but let's not exalt her as a paragon of virtue. Princess Diana, she was from an aristocratic family. She wasn't at all brainy. There's no sin in that. She worked for 2 years in her life as an assistant at nursery. Then she became engaged. She seemed to be unopinionated, unthreatening, healthy, presumably a virgin, and a suitable royal bride all around. She lacked a deep connection with the Prince of Wales. She'd only been in a relationship with him for about 6 months before they got engaged. So the press found out about it when she was invited to Balmoral in August 1980, and they used to follow her up and down this road as she was getting into a car driving off to her job, and the engagement was announced in November 1980. At that engagement interview, the journalist asked, "Are you in love?" And Prince Charles's infamous reply was, "Whatever love means." The trouble is, he's always too truthful for his own good. Anyway, the rest is history. So their marriage effectively lasted 11 years. Then they separated, and they got divorced 4 years after that. So Princess Diana, she was a satisfactory mother, and she attended charity events. Royals for centuries have shown up at these fundraising dinners and so on. However, she is now exalted as though she was particularly self-sacrificing, which is nonsense. Yes, she took the photo opportunities the same as everybody else does. Princess Anne does this sort of thing, but because she doesn't have the looks and doesn't court the media, she didn't get so adulated. So Princess Diana is treated as someone who'd been martyred for some humanitarian cause in that car accident, which is preposterous. So she was a good time girl, nothing wrong with that. When her marriage broke down, she had a few paramours. The Prince of Wales had a long-standing affair with Mrs. Camilla Parker Bowles. We all know about that. I'm not saying that Princess Diana was evil. I'm just saying she was a mixture of good and bad like everybody else. She enjoyed herself. And she is not to be pitied. She lived an enormously privileged lifestyle and didn't appear to ever reflect on just how lucky she was. So she said how she hugged her boys, which has led to some people to say she was an outstanding mother. I think she was a reasonably good mother, like any other. But she didn't have to clean behind the U-bend. She had cleaners and nannies to do all the less glamorous side of mothering. So in her will, did she leave her money to the needy? No. She left it to the 2 richest boys in the country, her sons. All right, she wanted her children to be well provided for, but, you know, they were not going to go without. Their grandmother was the Queen, for goodness sake. So please don't hold her up as a role model. Had Princess Diana been working class, we would have remembered her for what she really was, which was an educational dropout, a teenage bride, someone with a difficult marriage, someone who was self-obsessed, image-obsessed, and in some didn't achieve much. So I don't hate her. She was a little bit feeble, surrounded herself with smooth-talking flatterers who persuaded herself to be self-pitying all the time, which is one of her most unattractive character traits. So her death is to be lamented as much as that of any other 36-year-old, but please don't regard her as a saint.